Hello everyone and welcome to the first video of Gentle Introduction to Databases. The ideas behind these videos are to ensure that anyone can get started with databases. Whether you know a lot about databases, whether you know a lot about computers or technology or not, this is a great introduction to databases. And so we'll start very gently. And we're going to start with the introduction and we're going to have an example and we're going to build up knowledge from there. We're going to start in a limited way and then we're going to expand our knowledge. The two figures you see in front of you, this one and this one, are both what databases look like when we draw them. So when we're drawing some sort of design document, we'll have something that looks like this shape will represent a database. But what is a database? So Oracle, who's responsible for creating a database management system, and one of the biggest corporations to do that, it defines a database as an organized collection of structured information or data, typically typically typically, typically stored electronically in a computer system. A database is usually controlled by a DBMS or a database management system. Okay. So with that in mind, so it's structured information or data. Unstructured means that it's just somewhere, right? So imagine you have an image or a document somewhere and it's not structured, meaning I can't easily query or get that information. I can't easily change that information. It exists in its own way, in its own fashion, but not in a normalized or standard way. Let's take a look at an example. Let's say, and I'm going to set the stage, we own a convenience store. You can imagine a convenience store looking like this, right? Like this is from, a very, very congested convenience store with lots of products, lots of things going on. But at a big picture, we're looking at a convenience store and we're thinking about it, and we're going to use a database to manage our system. So what's in a convenience store? Well, let's take a look at this picture again. Well, we see a couple of different things. In this picture, we see someone who works there. We see a products, right? We see things being sold. Um, we don't see a customer because the customer is probably taking the picture. But we expect the customer, and we expect the customer to buy these products. And so when we set up the data framework for this, we can think about it in three ways: products, sales, and customers. Products have some information, sales have some information, and customers have some information. And this is the basis of where we're going to go next. And we're going to think about, how do we take this data and we structure it? How do we take this data and we structure it to something that makes sense and we could put it electronically? And the first step that many of you may have already thought about or may have already interacted with is a spreadsheet. So we're going to go from this video and we're going to take this information, this data model, this representation of our data. We're going to put it into a spreadsheet. And then we're going to talk about why that's good and why that's bad and why that's not a database. So hang on to the next video where we're going to introduce spreadsheets, and from then there on we're going to build our knowledge on databases.